start. Good morning. I'd like to read an opening statement. This is to advise the general public that in compliance with Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of 1975, entitled Senator Bar and Bear Open Public Meeting Act, New Jersey Casino Control Commission on December 9, 2020, filed with Secretary of State at the State House in Trenton an annual meeting schedule. On December 9, 2020, copies were mailed to subscribers. Any member of the public who wished to address the commission will be given the opportunity to do so before the commission adjourns for the day. Please acknowledge the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. Welcome everyone who is joining us remotely today. As a measure to mitigate the spread of COVID-19 and to protect the health and safety of meeting participants, as well as members of the public interested in the meeting, the Commission is continuing to use remote collaboration technology for meeting participants. The public is able to listen through access provided on the Commission's website, as well as through our YouTube channel. We will accept public comments via email. Public comments can be sent to public.comments@ccc.state.nj.us. I'll repeat that. Public comments can be sent to public.comments@ccc.state.nj.us, beginning now and any time throughout the meeting, ending at the time of the adjournment of the meeting. This meeting is being transcribed as well as recorded, and minutes will be available on our website in due course. To meeting participant callers, I ask that you follow the instructions provided with the web link or the audio call-in code, and place your phones on mute until your matter is called. Also, please remember to identify yourself before speaking.
Hey, good morning. Please answer when I call your name for the roll, please. Vice Chair Cooper. Here. And Chairman Pelosi.
Here.
Thank you.
Before we begin the agenda, I wanted to take this opportunity to make an acknowledgement of a longtime employee. Ms. Barbara Maddie retired from the Commission at the beginning of this month after 41 years of public service. Barbara was manager of our Policy, Planning, and Development Unit for the past 10 years, and she will be greatly missed. On behalf of myself and Vice Chair Cooper, we want to wish Barbara a well-deserved happy retirement. We appreciate and acknowledge her dedicated service to the Commission and to the state of New Jersey, and she will be greatly missed. So again, Barbara Maddie, we wish you the best in retirement after a 41-year career here at the Casino Control Commission. Thank you.
To review matters discussed at closed session, the minutes from the March 11, 2020 closed session were approved, as well as the minutes of the April 14, 2021 closed session were also approved, and the Commission approved the promotion of an existing employee to the position of Manager, Policy Planning and Development within the Division of Regulatory Affairs.
Are there any questions or corrections? Hearing none, is there a motion?
That was just for the record.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Item number 1 is the ratification of the minutes of the April 14, 2021 public meeting.
Are there any questions or corrections? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to ratify the minutes of April 14th, 2021.
I second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you. Item number 2 for your consideration are applications for initial casino key employee licenses. They include A, Joseph M. DePietri Jr., B, Tumai Thai Maddox, C, Anthony Taylor, and D, Brett Volpe. With respect to Mr. DePietri and Mr. Volpe, I will call those matters separately. As to the remaining matters, staff has reviewed, division has no objection to those licenses being granted, and staff recommends that you do so.
Are there any questions on these two matters? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to grant the 2 initial Casino Key employee licenses.
I second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you. So reverse, 2 that you granted were DePietro and Volpe. The 2 that are being called separately are, first, Mr. Tumai Maddox, and second, Anthony Taylor. And again, staff has reviewed those. Division has raised issues with respect to those 2, and we recommend that those 2 be remanded to the hearing process for your consideration.
Are there any questions for council on either of these matters? Hearing none, is there a motion?
I move to remand for a hearing the 2 initial Casino Key employee license applications.
I second that. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Item number 3 are applications for resubmitted Casino Key employee licenses. They are A. Stephen A. Breyer, B. Howard J. Davis III, C. Michelle C. Enels, also known as Michelle C. Goldsboro, D. Eric P. Fiocco, E. Margaret L. Lewis, also known as Margaret L. Ambrose, F. Anthony M. Lamoni, Jr., G. Favanel Ramos, H. Ronald J. Rodriguez, I. John P. Spolin, J. Joseph P. Totoro.
Are there any questions on any of these matters? Hearing none, is there a motion?
I move to grant the 10 resubmitted Casino Key employee licenses.
I second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you. Item number 4 are approvals through delegation of authority between April 9, 2021 and May 6, 2021 pursuant to resolution number 17011111C. Mr. Eeler is available to review those matters with you. However, no vote is required.
Patrick Eeler, Casino Control Commission Licensing and Financial Evaluation Manager. Good morning, Chairman and Vice Chair Cooper. Between April 9 and May 6, 2021, the staff of the Commission's Regulatory Affairs Division granted the following approvals via delegated authority. On April 12, 2021, a temporary Casino Key employee license was granted to James B. Miller for a Director of Facilities position at Bally's Atlantic City. On April 16, 2021, a multi-casino endorsement on an existing Casino Key employee license was granted to Michael J. Rankowskowitz, Jr. for the Finance Operations Controller position at Hard Rock Atlantic City and Boardwalk 1000. On April 21, 2021, temporary Casino Key employee licenses were granted to Cooper J. Fiadino for an Assistant Security Shift Manager position and to Martin T. Williamson, Jr. for a dual-rate Surveillance Shift Manager position, both at Hard Rock Atlantic City. Also on April 21, 2021, a temporary Casino Key employee license was granted to Christopher T. Hartney for an Assistant Security Shift Manager position at Resorts Atlantic City. And on April 27, 2021, a temporary Key employee license was granted to Eduardo Morales for a dual-rate Slot Shift Manager position at Ocean Casino. This shall memorialize the noted approvals that were granted by delegated authority during this period, and no further commission action is required. Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 5 are requests for inactivation of casino key employee licenses, and I will defer to Patrick Eeler to review those matters.
Good morning again, Patrick Eeler. In lieu of filing a casino key employee license review application, the following 4 individuals have requested to be placed on the casino key employee approved inactive list for a period up to 5 years. They are Cindy R. Lapine, also known as Cindy R. Feinsott, Frank A. Pizzino, Joshua A. Torres, and Salvatore Perna. Commission staff has reviewed these requests and recommends granting the requested relief.
Are there any questions on any of these matters? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to grant the requested relief and order that the 4 casino key employee licenses be inactivated.
I second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you.
Item number 6 are consideration of the lapsing of casino key employee licenses. Again, I defer to Patrick Eeler to review those matters with you.
Again, Patrick Eeler of the Casino Control Commission. There are 4 individuals for your consideration to lapse their casino key employee license. In each case, the casino key employee license review application filing deadline has passed, and the individual has not filed a casino key employee license review application or requested to be placed on the approved inactive list. Based on these facts, staff recommends that the casino key employee licenses of Ryan A. L. Halim, Colleen M. Kane, Earl A. McClinton, and Travis E. Parker, also known as Travis E. Stokes, be deemed to have lapsed.
Are there any questions on these matters? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to find that the 4 casino key employee licenses lapsed pursuant to NJAC 19:41A-6.1F of the regulations.
I second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you.
Item number 7 is consideration of the initial application of Michael Clement for a casino key employee license. Senior Counsel Teresa Pimpinelli is available to discuss that matter with you.
Good morning, Chairman and Vice Chair Cooper. This is Teresa Pimpinelli, Senior Counsel, appearing for the Commission. For your consideration is a stipulation of settlement for the initial application of Michael Clement for his casino key employee license. Staff has reviewed the stipulation and previously provided it along with a recommendation to you. Jordan Hollander should be here on behalf of the division, and I would just ask for him to enter his appearance.
Good morning, Chairman and Vice Chair Cooper. Jordan Hollander, Deputy Attorney General for the Division of Gaming Enforcement. The division has nothing further to add for this matter and respectfully request that the stipulation be approved as submitted. Thank you very much.
Are there any questions for counsel? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the stipulation of settlement between the division and applicant and grant the initial application of Michael M. Clement for a casino key employee license, subject to compliance with the terms and conditions as provided for in the stipulation.
I second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Item number 8 is consideration of the plenary qualification of John B. Newman to serve as Senior Vice President and Chief Information Security Officer for MGM Resorts International. Again, Senior Counsel Pimpinelli will address that matter with you.
Hello again, Chairman and Vice Chair Cooper. Teresa Pimpinelli, Senior Counsel for the Commission, appearing again. For your consideration is the plenary qualification of John Brandon Newman to serve as Senior Vice President and Chief Information Security Officer for MGM Resorts International. As you may recall, Mr. Newman was granted temporary qualification for these positions on September 16, 2020. A draft resolution for the plenary qualification has been distributed to the parties. I believe Pat Madamba is here on behalf of petitioners and Tracy Richardson on behalf of the division, and I would just ask council to enter their appearances for the record and proceed.
Good morning. Patrick Madamba, Senior Vice President of MGM Resorts International. On behalf of MGM and Mr. Newman, I've read the draft resolution and its fine and form and substance. We just ask that the license be granted. Thank you.
Good morning, Chairman and Vice Chair Cooper. Tracy Richardson, Deputy Attorney General for the Division of Gaming Enforcement. You have the division's report recommending the plenary qualification of Mr. Newman. We've also reviewed the draft resolution and have no objections. Thank you.
Are there any questions for council? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to adopt the draft resolution and find John B. Newman qualified to serve as Senior Vice President and Chief Information Security Officer for MGM Resorts International, in accordance with NJSA 5:12-85.1 C and D, NJSA 5:12-89B 1 and 2, and NJAC 13:69C-2.7.
I second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Vice Chair Cooper
Yes.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
Thank you. Item number 9 is consideration of the initial casino key employee licensure and plenary qualification of Jacqueline S. Grace to serve as Senior Vice President and General Manager for Tropicana Atlantic City Corp. You may recall that this matter was initiated by a petition that was filed on August 26, 2020, seeking Ms. Grace's temporary key and temporary qualification. You considered that petition at your September 16, 2020 meeting and granted that petition. Today, you have before you the plenary qualification and initial casino key employee licensure of Ms. Grace to serve in the capacity as Senior Vice President and General Manager. Council is here on behalf of Ms. Grace and Trop AC, as well as the division. I would ask that they enter their appearances and proceed.
Morning, Chair Pelosi and Vice Chair Cooper. Beth Sacco, Vice President of Legal Regulatory Affairs, Caesars Entertainment, appearing for Tropicana Atlantic City, and Grace. As Ms. Fauntleroy advised, this matter is for the plenary qualification and initial casino key employee license for Ms. Grace, who is the Senior Vice President and General Manager for Tropicana Atlantic City. I have reviewed the resolution and I approve the form of it, and I would respectfully request that it be entered. Thank you.
Good morning, Chairman and Vice Chair Cooper. Camila Mendez Ferreira, Deputy Attorney General on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement. As was mentioned, the division has filed its letter report on May 3rd, recommending the plenary licensure and qualification of Ms. Grace. We have also reviewed the draft resolution and we have no objections. Thank you.
Are there any questions for council? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to adopt the draft resolution and A, grant an initial casino key employee license to Jacqueline S. Grace pursuant to NJSA 5:12-89B, and B, find Ms. Grace qualified to serve as Senior Vice President and General Manager for Tropicana Atlantic City Corp. in accordance with NJSA 5:12-85.1 and NJSA 5:12-89B and NJAC 13:69C-2.6.
I second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Vice Chair Cooper
Yes.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
Thank you. Item number 10 is consideration of the initial Casino Key employee licensure and plenary qualification of Niben Phillip to serve as Chief Information Security Officer for Golden Nugget Holdings, LLC, and Golden Nugget Online Gaming, LLC. Again, you may recall that this matter was initiated by a petition that was filed on August 13, 2020, seeking Mr. Philbin's temporary Casino Key employee licensure and temporary qualification to serve as Chief Information Security Officer for Golden Nugget Holdings, LLC, also known as GN Holdings. The matter was again presented at the November 25, 2020 meeting to continue Mr. Phillips' qualification, but to also add his temporary qualification and initial Casino Key employee licensure relative to Golden Nugget Online Gaming. The matter now is before you for the plenary qualification and initial Casino Key employee licensure of Mr. Phillip. Council is here, and I would ask that they present their appearances for the record and to address the matter.
Yeah, Paul O'Gara, Brownstein Hyatt, Farber Schreck for the petitioners. The facts and history are precisely as described by Ms. Fauntleroy, and we have had a chance to review the draft resolution and have no comment with respect, and would respectfully ask that you adopt the draft resolution and issue the initial Casino Key employee license and grant plenary qualification to Mr. Phillips.
Dylan Thompson here. I'm Deputy Attorney General on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement. The division filed a letter of report dated May 4th, 2021, recommending that Niben Phillip be plenary qualified and granted a key license. The division has reviewed the draft resolution and has no objection.
Are there any questions for council? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to adopt the draft resolution and A, grant an initial Casino Key employee license to Niben Phillip without the need to establish residency pursuant to NJSA 5:12-89B and NJSA 5:12-89E and NJAC 19:41A-5.3, and B, find Mr. Phillip qualified to serve as Chief Information Security Officer for Golden Nugget Holdings, LLC, and Golden Nugget Online Gaming, LLC, in accordance with NJSA 5:12-85.1 and NJSA 5:12-89B and NJAC 13:69C-2.7.
I second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Vice Chair Cooper
Yes.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
Item number 11 is consideration of the Casino Key employee licensure and plenary qualification of Christopher A. Gumilia to serve as Vice President, Marketing and Advertising, Regional Portfolio of Marketing for Marina District Development Company, LLC. This matter was originally presented to you by way of a petition that was filed on September 1, 2020, seeking Mr. Gumilia's temporary initial Casino Key employee licensure and temporary qualification to serve in the capacity identified. The matter is now before you for his plenary qualification and initial Casino Key employee licensure. Council is here. I ask that they enter their appearances and address the matter.
Good morning again, Chair Pelosi, Vice Chairman, Chairperson Cooper, Pat Madamba, Senior Vice President, Legal Counsel of MGM, on behalf of MGM and Mr. Gamella. I've reviewed the draft resolution in its fine and form and substance. Accordingly, we request that the qualification and the key license be granted. Thank you.
Good morning again, Chairman Plosis and Vice Chair Cooper, Tracy Richardson for the Division of Gaming Enforcement. You have our report recommending the plenary casino key employee licensure as well as qualification for Mr. Gumiella. We've also reviewed the draft resolution and have no objections. Thank you.
Are there any questions for council? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to adopt the draft resolution and A, grant an initial casino key employee license to Christopher A. Gumilla without the need to establish residency pursuant to NJSA 5:12-89B, NJSA 5:12-89E, and NJAC 19:41A-5.3. And B, find Mr. Gumilla qualified to serve as Vice President, Marketing and Advertising, Regional Portfolio Marketing for MGM Resorts International and Marina District Development Company, LLC, in accordance with NJSA 5:12-85.1, NJSA 5:12-89B, and NJAC 13:69C-2.7.
I second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote?
Vice Chair Cooper
Yes.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
Item number 12 is the consideration of the initial casino key employee licensure and plenary qualification of Michael J. Harwell to serve as Chief Financial Officer for Golden Nugget Online Gaming, LLC, and Golden Nugget Holdings, LLC, et al. This matter originally came to your attention via a petition that was filed on July 28, 2020, requesting Mr. Harwell's temporary qualification to serve in the capacity of Chief Financial Officer for Golden Nugget Online, Inc. The matter returned to your attention on November 25, 2020, requesting his permission to continue in that status for the revised iteration of Golden Nugget Online Gaming, Inc., which was Golden Nugget Online Gaming, LLC. At that time, temporary casino key employee licensure was sought, given that his oversight would involve the Atlantic City Casino licensee, GNAC. However, that matter was administratively not addressed by way of oversight. The matter again returned to your attention on March 10, 2021, at which time he was temporarily qualified again and issued a temporary casino key employee licensure, nunc pro tunc, to November 25, 2020, with respect to both GNOG and the additional holding companies of GNOG Holdings, LLC, LHGN Holdco, LLC, and Lencadia Holdings 2, LLC. Now, I hope that I got that history correct, counsel. With that being said, I would ask that counsel enter their appearances on the record and proceed.
Paul O'Gara from Brownstein for the petitioners. I believe Ms. Faulkner got the history correct, tortured as it may be. We've had a chance to review the draft resolution and would ask that you adopt it and issue an initial casino key employee license to Mr. Harwell and find him plenarily qualified. We find have no objection to entry of the form of the resolution.
Good morning, Dylan Thompson, Deputy Attorney General on behalf of the Division of Game Enforcement. The Division has filed a letter report dated May 5th, 2021, recommending that Michael Harwell be plenary qualified and granted a key license. The Division has further reviewed the draft resolution, has no objections.
Are there any questions for counsel? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman. I move to adopt the draft resolution and A, grant an initial casino key key employee license to Michael Harwell without the need to establish residency pursuant to NJSA 5:12-89B, NJSA 5:12-89E, and NJAC 19:41A-5.3. And B, find Mr. Harwell qualified to serve as Vice President and Chief Financial Officer for Golden Nugget Online Gaming LLC, GNOG Holdings LLC, LHGN Holdco LLC, and Lancadia Holdings II LLC, in accordance with NJSA 5:12-85.1, NJSA 5:12-89B, and NJAC 13:69C-2.7.
I second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, is a roll call vote?
Vice Chair Cooper
Yes.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
In accordance with Resolution 2012-0903, the next closed session shall be held on Wednesday, June 9, 2021, at 9:30 a.m. in the Commission offices.
This is the public participation portion of the meeting. Ms. Fauntleroy, do we have any comments from the public?
I have been advised that there are none.
Hearing none, the public participation portion of the meeting is now closed. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Mr. Chairman, I'll make the motion.
I'll second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. The meeting is now adjourned.